Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Today we have a guest, GM Grandmaster Hovhannes Gabuzyan, and we will talk about refuting gambits. You will be the teacher, and we will pay attention.
Oh, guys, that's a big responsibility. Okay, I will. I'm ready. What gambit are we refuting? Maybe I think the most common one, yeah, most popular one in my opinion. So actually, I will show you the how to play, guys. And if you just remember some easy ideas, you will never be afraid of Stafford. And suddenly, if we have Stafford players here, I'm sorry because Gambit will be today really in tough conditions. So I will do it this way. I will just show you the beginning moves. First of all, it would be nice maybe to know for some of you the Stafford ideas. What is black looking for? Why is it actually dangerous? Because if you don't know what to do, it can be quite challenging. If you don't know what to do, it's not so easy. And I will first of all show you some possible traps, some possible things, and then we'll go on. Uh, let's do it this way. I will just show this a bit quick, and if you will have some questions, you can ask me, and I will come back to this moment. So not very fast. I mean, okay. So if we e5,
Oh, wait, we are
knight
not. We don't see it. Wait, hold on. Now we see
how you
it.
don't see it?
Now
No, you
I
see
see
it.
it. I pay attention,
Okay.
making
Okay.
my plane in the meantime.
Kick out. Here is it. I found. Okay. So in this position, like the beginning is like in the Petrov opening, where black is like takes, plays d6, then knight. Are you seeing my arrows if I draw them or you
Yes,
don't?
this time we see them.
Oh,
Imagine.
perfect.
Do
Okay.
you feel happy?
Yeah. Oh yeah, now I'm gonna be in control of this. I'm really excited. So this is the Petrov, yeah. They go d6, knight f3, they take, and this is just a very big opening. But at this position, knight c6 is leading to a Stafford Gambit. Knight takes, and now black doesn't take with the b pawn because it's keeping the d file closed. Black takes here with a d pawn, and this is now the main position. So what happens? Black sacrifices a pawn. They are getting their pieces opened. E4 is hanging, and they are trying to be really quick and create some very dangerous threats. So in this position, it's already a moment where white has a choice. Let me, for example, tell you what happens if white goes just d3, protecting the pawn. Black goes bishop c5, and I will ask you this question, guys. If it's now again black to move, what they would play? If it's now again black to move. Oh, she's created the... Oh, you did it or not?
I'm stuck here. I forgot how to make it further.
Well, I forgot to. Yeah, guys. So like here is a question. If you give a wrong answer, Fergie goes to the corner. Okay, she goes to the corner. Bishop f2 Jones says it just assume now it's black to move. I'm just gonna make I don't know, random move for white, so giving a black to move, and I can move the pieces on the board. So let's say, so the simplest threat they have is knight e4. And now pawn takes, they give this check. That's probably what you meant. And now the queen is gonna get lost if king f2 takes, or if king e2, bishop g4. And actually, this bishop f2 can be even a threat. How John said, where is it? Like this bishop f2 can be also a threat, but knight g4 is also a very annoying threat. It's really hard to get this on f2. It's really hard to protect. So already here, after this bishop c5 move, black does have a threat. So first of all, I'm going to show you how I don't recommend playing here in a long run. Let's say at this position, knight c3 doesn't work. Why knight c3 doesn't work? Tell me, guys. Roger, any ideas?
I think it's because of knight g4.
Exactly, nothing changed. So even if knight goes to c3, knight g4 is an issue. Knight g4 is an issue, and it's not so easy to deal with this. So after bishop c5 in the right way, white should start with this d3, and now don't go these knight c3 or other moves because this is a threat. Let's assume white just plays bishop e2. Let's take a look at the main possible things. So bishop e2, and at this moment, black makes their very aggressive move. They go this h5. Well, actually, before h5, let me tell you there is another trick. They have this knight g4 move here. The point, they are not blundering a piece, but this knight g4 is not a great move. So what happens? We're gonna take it down on g4, and after queen h4, white has a quick defense. It's like, I'm just gonna quickly show you. It just goes queen f3, protects the pawn. And now if, let's say, queen g4, white is trading and getting this endgame, which is already great. In the Stafford here, black doesn't get anything. So this knight g4 is not an issue. After bishop e2, h5. h5. Oh my god. You need to go to the corner. You were not what I just said, Fruji. What I just said.
You said black needs to play h5.
But what's the point of h5? What's the idea?
To defend the g4 so the knight can go there.
She didn't listen, but due to logic, she managed to survive these guys. Okay, so h5. Oh. And yeah, here white has now a decision to make. What to play? For example, I suppose maybe some of you guys are thinking about castle, which is logical, yeah? But after castle, the real problems are actually beginning. After the castle, it becomes already very challenging because black goes here knight to g4, and this position is already very, very unclear. So let's say knight g4. I'm going to ask a question. What do you think? Is h3 move possible here for a white? Does h3 make any sense? Queen h4 is actually not going to work because of one move. I will tell you why. Queen h4 is very logical. Mr. Morto, yes, tries to go queen h4, and now if white takes with the pawn, take back with the h-pawn and checkmate. This would be nice. But what's the problem? Now white cannot go g3 because of this spin. So this is a straight checkmate, right? That's what you meant. But the problem is that after this queen h4, white can go pawn to d4 move. Where is it? 1 second. Yeah, queen h4, white goes pawn d4, closes the bishop. And let's say, for example, if bishop back to b6, white just doesn't bother taking this knight, just ignores it and starts bringing the others. Goes c3, knight d2, knight f3. It's all great for a white. This queen here is not creating any threats. So after h3, there is another way. Well, black goes now queen d6, guys, and this is now very challenging. So after queen d6, it's a straight mating threat on h2. At this position, white has only one way to survive, but it's hard to find. I will show you this. So here, if white takes, just h takes g4, and this is just literally a checkmate. There is no way just to, it's a checkmate by force in 4 moves. And I will be honest with you, if I'm not mistaken, once during the online game, I fell for this. I didn't lose. My opponent didn't know this, probably. I don't know how it happened, but I think I fell for his trap. And I didn't lose with some miracle. I don't know. g3, queen g3 checkmates. Rook e1, just queen h2 and queen h1. So game over. And so in this position, yeah, go ahead.
Never mind. But if you play this during a game, it really seems like I don't see how you can avoid checkmate because also g3 doesn't work in the previous one.
Yeah, at this position, there is only one way. After take, this is just a checkmate. There is no way to survive this. Only one way to survive is to play here pawn e5. Was the logic that if now queen takes, there is being this idea of bishop g4, and now white's winning. Bishop g4 and rook e1. Now white wins. But after e5, black just recaptures back with the knight. According to the engine, these positions are about equal, but black is completely fine. They have an easy game, developing, attacking. So this is not what white is looking for, dear friends. So in this position, white has problems, and we can figure out that playing h3 here doesn't work. But what's the other problem? After knight g4, if now white doesn't play h3, so what are they going to do? It's not so easy. Let's suppose white's going knight d2, trying to bring this piece. It also doesn't work. Now, what's wrong with knight d2? You tell me, please. What's wrong with this knight d2 move? Maybe it's a good question to Furuji, guys. And if she answers wrong, it's a good time for a corner. Yeah, she raised her hand. Okay, Furuji, go ahead.
Queen h4. Queen works h4. This time.
And what if knight f3?
Shoot. I forgot about
Oh,
that.
she's using bad words in the classroom, guys. That's definitely a penalty.
I said shoot, not the other version. That's
You meant the other version.
I did, but that's another question.
We'll negotiate about this later. Let's stop for it first and negotiating about shoot. Okay, so queen h4, knight f3. What happens? If she says queen h4 and I'm telling knight f3, what's going on?
Is this a question for me or for Chad?
For anyone who is ready to answer, including you, because you were the one who said queen h4, right?
Right. I think maybe we have knight takes f2 because it will be a discovered check. And
yes, that's correct. So queen h4 they go, and if knight f3, bishop f2 check is also possible, John. But the thing is now white king will go to h file, and yeah, can be still okay for black if you just retreat. But I don't know. It's also better. I just know it's better to take with a knight. Knight takes h4, knight d1 check. And what is the problem of white? Now they are gonna get under the windmill. Knight f2 check. So at this position, if white takes f2, they are losing exchange. But if they don't take f2, at least black can give a check, do this, give another check, take this pawn. At the very end, take it on c1, just get a bishop here, or maybe do something else in another way. So this knight d2 also doesn't work. Looks like in this position, it's not so easy to be as a white. It's not so easy at all. There are still some moves, but I will tell you, even according to engine, this position is around equal. And whenever is black down a pawn and it's around equal, practically it's going to be really, really hard. So that's very sad, right? Okay, so you may now tell us, we are maybe now curious, what are we supposed to do? Guys, most important thing to remember, it's my like how to say, don't castle short in Stafford. Don't castle short. At this position, after h5, we are offering a very strong move, and it's like pawn h3. This is all what I'm showing you is from a GM Avatics course on Stafford Gambit. I was just actually doing this morning and just updating my knowledge. So with h3 move, we're just waiting for black. Now knight g4 doesn't make any sense. We're gonna take, and king is not here, so we're not afraid of any of these attacks. So what to do for black after h3? This can be a question, right? Let's say they go queen d6. Now if we castle again, it will transition to this knight g4 part. But okay, at this moment, for example, knight c3 is more or less possible, but we have another move to make. Guys, I will ask everyone a question. We're up a pawn in the center. What can we do? Just try to think about it, how we can use this pawn advantage in the center. There are a few options to play f0 white, but there is just one really good option. C3 to expand with d4. That's exactly the way of playing. So we're going c3 and just going to play d4 and d5. Right now, if it's white to move, for example, let's assume black played a6, just a random move. We go d4, e5, and we just win a piece. So after c3, black has to make a move. Let's say, for example, they are retreating somewhere. For example, bishop b6, yes? Now we don't go d4 straight away, but we are already having this resource. One of the options for white, just to play, let's say, knight to d2. No short castle. This is all you need to remember. I can see Fruji is bored, so let's ask her a question, guys. Knight d2, and after bishop e6, what to play, Fruji?
d4.
Excellent. We're just going d4. It's very easy. We just build this center, kill this bishop, and whenever black has these two pawns, they are first of all down a pawn, and the other pawn is here. So white gets just an amazing center. Later on, white can go like the d4 is one of the options. It's also possible instead of d4, just in case, to also play knight f3. Let's say some queen c2, d4, bishop e3. Why I do like, let's say, one of them now e5 is a threat. So black often goes queen d7. And we can just go queen c2. Now protect this pawn, threatening d4 again. Any like, let's say, long castle, d4 is good. Any other move, c5. We just can get out. Bishop e3, some long castle, even short castle already. No, wait a second. Short castle is always dangerous. Just better long castle. One of the ideas is this one. Let's say they go c5, bishop e3, and long castle. We hear castle long. What are we doing if bishop takes a2, guys? Bishop takes a2 is gonna get punished. Here we just go b3 and we're winning this piece. So that's over. That doesn't work. So yeah, that sounds kind of simple, but that's actually the reality. Usually we are not castling in Stafford to the short side for white, and we are good. There are some other moves I will probably show you now, guys. And then maybe you can ask some questions. Yeah, it would be reasonable. There is another move here, queen d4. How do we respond to this one? Do you think we go bishop e3, guys? Why are you shaking your head? What do you mean no?
Well, you asked a question where I can only answer it yes or no, and I just expressed my opinion.
Excellent. Rook f1. That's very nice. You see, everyone found the right move. We just don't castle, guys. We're just going rook f1. We don't need this king on this side. We're just gonna play with this c3 and d4 in the long run. That's again what happens. Let me just double check in my file if there is anything else I forgot to say. I think I one more variation I'm just gonna add to you. Yeah, queen d4. We just go rook f1. They castle short. We can again just play with our c3. So, oh, she has a question. Wow, she has a question. Yeah, what's your question?
Mr. Gabuzyan, how can we remember opening lines if GMs don't remember opening lines?
I will answer after we finish. Is it good? I will just give you a general like ideas. So at this moment, there is this is one important thing to remember, guys. If you are playing against a Stafford player who is kind of prepared, they might set up a trap like this. It's a little trap because now if white goes d4, it's getting kind of complicated. Yeah, kicked out of the class for sure. I'm feeling this. So queen e4. Oh, she said, okay, no, stay in the classroom. All is good, Fridgie, no worries. And this position is quite unclear. Black sacrifices a piece, takes on g2, bishop h3, rook d8, rook e8. I will not show you now what happens here in a concrete way, but this position is quite messy. Because if you go d4, it's like around equal up to the engine, but practically it's not so easy to play for white. There are some moves like bishop f3, queen g6, they go. So whatever, guys, no need to remember this. Instead, just remember that instead of playing here at d4, let's say at this position, it's quite easy to continue just with knight d2. Now d4 is a threat. Knight f3 is a threat as well. And I think some sort of similar idea even Eric did with me when playing. Somehow he brought his queen to h2. And visually it was a bit like uncomfortable, but it was his king was on the other side, I guess. I just played bishop f3 and the same move is good here. You just lock this side of the board, play again d4, move the knight, queen, bishop, and castle long. Black is not gonna be on time for for their main ideas. So white really has nothing to worry about here. This queen e5 doesn't work again. So after, let's say, where is it? 1 second, queen d4, c3. If here black just goes, for example, one moment. Yep. Let's say black just goes back queen d8. It's also very comfortable for a white to take the square with the bishop. There is no pawn on h7, so no h6. It's fine. Bishop g5, knight d2, knight f3. And again, this is working pretty well. Queen c2 followed by short side castles. So yeah, guys, those are the ideas. I wanted also to tell you one detail. 1 second, I just set it up. There is another sequence which we probably didn't cover yet. Yeah, okay, let's go back. Give me 1 second just to find the exact sequence. How is it? And we will be done with this actually. Was it easy to refute the gambit, guys? Yep, okay, here you go. So if in this position, after h5, h3, queen d6, white castles, it's actually a passive, like you remember in this position, if knight is on g4, white was surviving with e5. But if white starts with the other sequence and delays this h3, here black still has a continuation leading to a very big advantage. If someone finds this, Fuji is for sure going to the corner. Yes, no, or I'm going to the corner. How is it?
You are going to the corner, obviously.
I'm going to the corner. Okay. But I don't have corners in this room. It's a very round. You don't see, but this wall behind me is like a circle, you know, it's not a wall.
They don't see you, but I see you on Zoom. So I can tell them that it's not a circle room.
Okay. I hope you don't find it, guys. So here, black actually, instead of going knight g4, you can see the corner. Okay, I will hide the corners with my hands. Am I hiding them? You don't see any corners. No.
You failed at this.
No, there are no corners, guys. This is a round room. So, okay, Fuji is going to the corner because Tarek found it. So what black does here starts with bishop h3. Just getting rid of pawn on g2. Yeah, she's leaving. Have you ever seen woman feed the master in the corner? Yeah. But I thought when you're going to the corner, you should be with the face up to the corner. No, doesn't count. Okay, yeah. Tarek, you put her in a corner. You can be proud. Woman feed the master cornered in the Stafford Gambit. It can be like a good video. Okay, so yeah, pawn takes, and now knight g4. So if white here captures, pawn takes or bishop takes, it's the same disaster. How black wins here? I forgot. Wait a second. Bishop g4. It should be. Wait a second. No. Wait a second. What happened? What is this? What is this? Why am I? Oh my God, the guy. So what am I doing? I'm crazy. Forgot about this. Just straight queen g3. Yeah. Never mind. Okay, I'm also going to the corner. It's very far away. Like I will go on. I will go soon. I'm not a bit lazy.
You are expecting us to forget about this, and then you never go into the corner.
No. I will go to the corner right now. Just wanted to show this, and this is game over. Knight g4, and again checkmating in different ways. And if bishop h3, like white doesn't take, simply they are losing this pawn around the king, and it's again, of course they shouldn't take, but yeah, it's again a decent advantage now for black. So just what you remember, guys, let's have a short summary. Yeah, you don't castle short in Stafford. You in the opening, you don't move your knight to c3, just d3, bishop e2. And your idea is to go c3 and go to this side. h5 move, we are meeting with h3. So you don't allow knight g4. And again, you are aiming for c3, queen c2, some knight d2 moves. Queen d4, you go rook to f1 and the same. So never castle short in a Stafford. Okay, so I should go to the corner now. Yes, but I'm gonna go there in my chair, so it's faster. I'm now in the corner, guys, okay? You see how far is it? You see this distance? I'm like now just rolling on my chair. Otherwise, I wouldn't just stand up and go there, okay? So you saw me there, I deserved it. You know, Stafford can be popular like maybe under 1000 level when it's really hard to remember all of this. But above that, if white knows what to do, I'm just telling that it's very easy to get a nice position.
These were the basics of the Stafford Gambit, but if you are interested in learning more, please feel free to use the link that I posted under the video and go to the Chessmood website where you can learn even more about it. This link will also give you a 20% discount in the future if you decide to subscribe to their website.